Here are solutions to homework set number 2 for ECE 376 Embedded Systems. This homework set looks at assembler and flowcharts. The first problem is convert the following C code into assembler. So the C code is I'm going to declare 3 variables to be 8-bit variables. They're type char. In assembly, that's compiler directive. This assigns 3 spots of memory to A, B, and C. Now this can be anywhere between 0 and 3.7K top of memory. I just chose memory location 0, 1, and 2. Now what that does is later on in the code, when I say B, that tells the compiler I'm talking about memory location number 1. Next, I want to do A is 2 times B plus 3 times C plus 4. One way to do that is move 4 to W, add B to W, put the result in W, add B to W, put the result in W. So this is now 4 plus B, 4 plus 2B. That'll add C to W, add C to W, add C to W. That's 4 plus 2B plus 3C. Take W, move it to A. So this one line of C code actually compiles into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines of assembly. It's not 1 for 1. Problem 2. Do the same thing, but now, instead of doing 8-bit operations, do 16-bit operations. That's the difference between character and integers. Type char is 8 bits. Integers are 16 bits. The processor we're using is an 8-bit processor. I can add 16-bit numbers, but to do that, I've got to go low to high. For example, if I add, what is 39 plus 46? Let's say 9 plus 6 is 15. That's 5. Carry the 1. 4 plus 3 is 7. With the carry is an 8. Same thing here. I've got A. Let's just say A is memory location A plus 1. A. That's the high byte and low byte. I've got B. I'll store the low byte at B and B plus 1. I'll put the result in C and C plus 1. Now when I do this, I've got to make A, B, and C separated by 2 because each one's 16 bits. So A is at 0, 1 is A plus 1, B is 2, C is 4. Now to do this, I've got to go the low byte first. I'll move 4 that goes the other way around. Move 4 to A. And 4 is 0, 4. So move 4 to A and clear A plus 1. So now A is equal to 4. I'll now add to A B. So take the low byte, take B, add it to A. So move B to W, add the result to A, put the result in A. Take B plus 1, add it to A plus 1, but now I add with carry. Kind of go right to left. First one's an add, from then on it's add with carry. I now have A plus, or 4 plus B. Repeat, 4 plus 2B. Now add in C. 4 plus 2B plus C, 2C, 3C. Okay, so when I'm done, I've got 4 plus 2B plus 3C. That's one way to do it. I could also use a multiply command, but that's actually more complicated. In assembly, things that seem stupid actually make sense. It's easier to add 3 times than multiply by 3. If you did something like multiply by 87, I might figure out the multiply command. But for just add 3 or 3 times, I would just add 3 times. Problem 3. Convert the following code to assembly. I'm going to take increment A, and then check if A is greater than 2, clear A. If A is equal to 0, B is 1. Else if A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2. Otherwise, B is 4. Now that gets compiled into assembly section by section. A and B have to be 2 spots in memory, so that's the compiler directive telling it where I'm going to put A and B. Increment A, that's an assembly command. Increment A, put the result in A. If A is greater than 2, clear A. So what that does is, this is a byte comparison. I'm going to check the 8-bit value. That's a compare skip if greater than. When I do that, it's going to be the register greater than W. So I first have to set up W. Move the numbers 2 to W. Then compare. Compare A, skip if greater than 2. If it's greater than 2, I skip. That's when I clear. If I don't skip, I jump down to the next label. The next part, if A is equal to 0, B is equal to 1. This is compare skip if equal. Again, that's an 8-bit test. So I'll do move 0 to W, compare A to W, is A equal to 0? If so, skip. When I skip, I'll move 1 to W, move W to B, that's B equals 1. Otherwise, I jump down to label 2. Okay, then label 2. Else if A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2. So to set this up, that's compare skip if equal. Move 1 to W, then compare A. If A is equal to 1, I'll skip over here and do B equals 2. 2 to W, W to B. Otherwise, I jump down here to label 3. That's the else command. B equals 4, move 4 to W, W to B. So there's the assembler corresponding to that C code. And notice just a few lines of C could be many lines of assembly. And also, the C code is much, much easier to understand than assembly. That's one of the reasons C exists. C compiles very efficiently, but is way easier to understand. Problem 4. Suppose I have a while statement. Convert a while statement to assembly. So first have a compiler directive. Pick 3 spots in memory, assign one to A, B, and C. It can be anywhere, just don't use the same spot 3 times. A equals 0, that's an assembly command. Clear A. While A is less than 10, that would be check A. Compare skip if less than. So move the number 10 to W, skip if A is less than 10. If I'm less than 10, I'll jump down into here. If it's not less than 10, I skip out of the while loop. I jump all the way down here to the end. Within the loop, I'll increment B by C, move C to W, add W to B, put the result in B, increment A, put the result in A, go back to loop 1. That's a while loop. Next is a slot machine. I'm going to count mod 8. If the number comes up 5, I win. So here's the code. Kind of goes block by block. To initialize port B to input, port C and D to output, that's the tris registers. 1 is input, 0 is output. So FF makes all pins on tris B 1, all pins on port B are input. Clear tris C makes all pins 0, all pins on port C are output, all pins on port D are output. And everybody's binary. This, you just have to include that. The default on the PIC is analog. When you use binary, you got to have those 2 lines of code. We'll talk about that later when we get to analog. Next section, initialize the bank to 100. Move 100 to W, move W to port D. This arrow is a label. Keep looping until bit 0 of port B. Keep looping while bit 0 of port B is equal to 0. That's a bit test. When it tests bit 0 of port B, skip if set. So if it's a 0, I keep looping. If it's a 0, I don't skip. Keep looping. Okay, that works. When it's set, not 0, I skip out. Go down to label 2. Label 2, count mod 8. So increment port C, put the result in W, and with 7. To count mod 8, I AND with 7. AND with 7. This is number 7. It clears out all these bits and leaves these bits alone. With 3 bits, it can only count 0 through 7, 0 through 7. That's counting mod 8. This is one way to do mod. Powers of 2 are easy. Things that aren't power 2 are actually a lot harder. So there's count mod 7. Put that back in port C. So port C is counting mod 7. I'll then check, is bit 0 equal to 1? If it is 1, loop back. If bit test skip if clear, if it's 1, I don't skip. I go back to loop 2. So when I want to keep looping, on a 0, I skip out. 0, I skip out. Is port C equal to 5? I'll then check. Is the number that I counted to 5? So move 5 to W, compare skip if equal. If it is equal, I jump down here. I win. Otherwise, I lose. When I win, I add 7 to port D, move 7 to W, add W to port D, put the result in port D, jump back to the beginning. If I lose, I decrement port D, put the result in port D, I lose the $, go back to loop 1. So this is a slot machine. I'm going to keep on betting. Every time I bet, I always bet on number 5. On 5, I win 7, otherwise I lose 1. Number 6 is a voting machine. I'm going to check to see is any button pushed on port B. If any button's pushed, if no buttons are pushed, I keep on looping. If any button's pushed, I kick out. So first I make port B input and clear votes for A, B, and C. So port B is input, move FF to twist B, clear the counters A, B, and C. Votes for A, B, and C. And everybody's binary. First label, here's label 1. Keep looping while port B is 0. That's a byte command. Compare skip if equal. I guess you can do it either way. Move 0 to W. Is port B greater than 0? If it's greater than I skip, otherwise I don't skip and keep looping. A couple ways of doing it, that's one way. Next one is port B bit 0 equal to 1. If it is, increase A's total. So I'm going to test port B bit 0, skip if clear. So if it's cleared, I skip the next command. If it's a 1, I don't skip. The next command would be increment port A, put the result in port A. This can get away with because this is just one instruction in assembly. Otherwise, I'd have to do something a little bit different. Likewise for B. If the button pushed was port B pin 1, then I'll increment B. If it was port B pin 2, I'll vote for C. And then wait until all the buttons are released. So I'm going to move 0 to W, skip if equal. If it is equal to 0, I skip out. Otherwise, keep looping until all the buttons are released. Then I go back to loop 1. That's the voting machine. Now in this homework set, you don't have to have the code actually working on your board. Homework set 3 is the first time you get the code working. But this code, it should work if you download it. That's homework set number 2 for ECE 376 assembler. Now assembly is pretty cryptic. That's part of the reason we don't use it. But you need to have some exposure to assembly before you graduate. That's what assembly looks like. It's really tedious. You just do very simple operations. With it, you can build a voting machine, flashlight, strobe light. Doing anything else gets hard. That's homework 2 for 376.